Hello everybody and welcome to Learn Dota 2 League Season 12. This is week 2 of the event. This time we're taking a look at 2Puck versus the Rosh Ryders, and with me here today is Randy. Say hello, Randy.
Hello.
And Ocelot.
Hey.
Last week, the Rosh Ryders played a very unconventional strategy to one defeat, but to one pretty massive victory. 2Puck kind of playing from behind in both of their games, focusing a lot on their pause 1 decode. So it'll be interesting to see if perhaps we get a similar setup in this game.
One could only expect.
Radiant team ban.
Notably, the Rosh Ryders have fixed their banner now. I saw the captain of the Rosh Ryders mention that.
Techie's been on the leadoff. Okay.
One of the guys on Rosh Ryders, most assuredly, is a known Techies player. I can tell you that much. People seem to be banning Techies against Rosh Ryders pretty constantly.
Yeah.
That Lifestealer ban's a pretty big declaration, too.
Oh yeah, Lifestealer bans mean a few things. You know, either A, we got a well-known Lifestealer in 2Puck, which is certainly possible, or B, we're looking at, you know, a big HP balloon. We're looking at heroes that really don't like looking at magic immunity, like a Skywrath Mage, for example. Maybe more notably a Puck.
Laverne.
Laverne also going down. Disruptor on the other side. Disruptor also seems to be a very common ban against the Rosh Ryders so far.
Dire team pick.
First pick is Jakiro. Shoutouts to BGG/Pohohoro, our esteemed stream moderator. Never much to say about Jakiro because I think with the Jakiro you kind of know what you're getting, right? You got to support that.
10 seconds remaining.
He's never gonna be like a very defined
5 seconds
support. He's never going to have a very direct, clear role, but he's going to be alright at doing a lot of things for you. And on the other hand, we got a first pick Pudge. Rosh Ryders looking perhaps to recreate the success that they had in the second game against Wyll Twisted Fantasy.
PVCpipe Pudge.
Could be. Could be. PVCpipe was not really able to show off with Pudge last week, so maybe he'll have a little better time of it this time.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the Fat Man's an interesting pick, but very easily played around.
Yeah, first pick Pudge is always a little concerning, you know. First pick Pudge is, there's a lot of counters to Pudge in this game, and you're going to know well in advance, you know, who you can take, who you can't with Pudge there. But then, on the other hand, it is kind of soft.
they are really pushing the envelope on that Lifestealer ban.
Yeah, no surprise that Lifestealer's out of the pool now. You definitely don't want to see him with either of these guys. Two big, fat HP balloons, all strength, you know, no points, no quills, it's just, bam.
5 seconds.
You know, 3k HP meters, couple of hearts.
I don't know if Pudge's Horde is going to be that good quality at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a little rotten, it's a little broken down, but you know, you'll still get some mileage of
it. Sure. Fat Man's Heart is about as reliable as, well, a half-charge pacemaker.
Listen. The heart is perfectly fine, alright? And if you believe that, I've got a Ford Pinto to sell you.
Wow.
Yeah, get rear-ended and it just fucking blows up. Ah, hey, alright. A little biased here, personal favorites. I like seeing Phoenix picks. Makes me wonder what they're going to combo it with.
We had, who was it the last round? I think it was the GGs that picked a Phoenix in their first lineup. They had, Phoenix with Bane and one other hero, I forget.
Ooh, that sounds good.
5 seconds remaining.
Phoenix, Bane, and Centaur, right. And Bane and Centaur were able to point guard so hard. Not only did every single Fiend's Grip result on a kill on a core, it was usually their pause 1 to boot, but it always seemed to be that a Fiend's Grip was happening in the Sun's range, and it really messed things up for the other guys.
I like it.
So, when you see Phoenix and the Disruptor Jug ban, and also Jakiro, I suppose, can play well into it, you start thinking of like a Mars lineup.
Mars is a pretty obvious setup, but I think there's more to be said for something like Puck.
I mean, it is 2-puck, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a good, I want to say 3-4 heroes total in this game that have a substantially large ability kit towards keeping people in a small enclosed space, or to prevent them from running far in that sense. Warlock's actually pretty good at that too. A well-timed E from Warlock can easily shut down a fight, provided he isn't stunned out of it.
I can tell you this much, if I was captain on 2-puck, I definitely myself would be thinking Mars for the pause 3. Mars here with these two. I mean, you can see a lot of good come out of a puck pick, but you can see greatness come out of Mars here, I think. We got Jug and Viper down. You know, 2 more heroes that don't go too well with the arena. Looks like Rosh Ryders mostly focusing on pause 1s right now. Tinker going down as well. Nobody ever wants to see Tinker. Ever. I mean, like, never do you want to see Tinker, so he's never a bad ban right now. I'm not sure Tinker is the kind of hero that the Rosh Ryders will be running, but it's still never a bad ban.
Yeah, it's possible. Some 4 Tinker or something.
Yeah, I suppose you could see that, yeah. Rosh Ryders taking quite a long time with their bans here. They're really thinking hard about, you know, what we're doing against this lineup. Meanwhile, it looks like 2-puck is really barreling around whatever they're going to have some sort of big enclosed teamfight guy. You know, either their namesake, a Mars, potentially even like a Magnus or Enigma or something. Magnus focusing on his ult. They just don't want the counterplay to that.
Dire team pick.
I think Rubik is the most obvious counterplay to Magnus out there, so... And he's not banned, so I wouldn't necessarily see a mag.
Yeah, I wouldn't really bet on some of those. Like, it's probably not gonna be Enigma because nobody likes picking Enigma right now. Not a man alive.
Another Rubik ban. You know, you would ban Rubik against that, and they haven't, so.
Well, they're not that team, so.
That's true.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not reading, you know.
The biggest shame in the world is to have Rubik steal the arrow and then just use it back on you.
I was also talking about Enigma, not Marana.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought, yeah.
Enigma and Magnus, both heroes you definitely want to ban Rubik against.
Right. Tupac also taken quite a long time. This is 2 teams giving this quite a lot of consideration here. I think in the first round, the Rosh Ryders weren't perhaps taken quite so seriously as they should have been, and as a result, you know, the Willow Twisted Fantasy kind of walked into what happened in round 2, and yep, there's Mars and Monkey King.
Mars, Monkey King, Phoenix, Jakiro. It's quite a lot of AoE team put.
That's pain. That's pain, brother. I think Monkey King might be the quintessential pick alongside Mars right now. That's just a lot of pain in a very small area.
Yeah, Mars, Monkey King, Phoenix, and Jakiro, whatever order of them drops their abilities, you're forced to either go in or piss off. And they really don't have the ability to... Like, Marana's attack speed is okay when she's using Leap. She's going to need to build direct attack speed. You might even end up seeing something as risky as a Mask of Madness if they're really desperate for killing Phoenix's son. But... I don't know what they're going to be able to do long-term about this. They're going to need one hell of a pause 4 here, pick up the slack, because Pudge might need to be in a pause 3 or higher, even.
You might see Marana as the pause 4 here.
Yeah, Marana 4, Pudge 5, and then...
I'm really hoping their endgame carry plan is good here, because Mars... really picks on Willow, and so does Monkey King. All of them, in fact, have AoE to hit her through most of her shenanigans.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But see, she could also build like Russian eggs or something. So you know.
True.
That does make her really strong, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to kill Mars and Monkey King in the late game.
And one other thing here, they really don't have anything to do about Phoenix so far. Whatever their last pick is going to be, that pick is the only one that's going to be able to stop the
Morana's
stun.
pretty good against it.
Morana's pretty good against Phoenix, and don't forget that Dark Willow shares the fastest base attack time in the game with Oracle, so attack speed items on her, she could get like, I don't know, like a Blitz Knuckle and probably be able to kill Phoenix solo, to be honest.
That's true, but the problem is those are going to be two guys who are going to be hard-pressed to get to the sun. I mean, Morana can leap and literally physically arrive at the location, but if anybody's around Phoenix, they're going to be really hard-pressed to be able to even focus on the sun, or else, yeah, they'll kill Phoenix, but they'll go down themselves, you know?
Perhaps.
Ursa getting knocked out on Tupac. They're thinking,
And there goes Troll.
They're thinking of two guys that both can survive the onslaught if possible, as well as thinking about Phoenix counters there. They're definitely.
They did forget Snapfire in that sense, though.
Yeah, but if they pick Snapfire, they're gonna lose in like 20 minutes.
10 seconds
Or after
remaining.
like 20 minutes.
That's true.
5 seconds remaining.
The sniper band's a little interesting.
You know, I forget, why did people stop picking Morana as like a pretty reliable pause 1?
Radiant team pick.
I think a lot of it is just people just see her as more valuable shooting arrows and casting darkness than right-clicking.
This is true. She's
you're
generally
really-
more valuable spellcasting.
Really just not very able to do both. Like a bad and pause 3 works pretty well because, you know,
10
you can
seconds remaining.
you can go between using your abilities to save other people as well as just being a
5
big
seconds
tanky bastard yourself. But Morana, she does not really have like the capacity in fights to both be sniping with arrows and, you know, doing a lot of close range damage, you know?
Dire team pick.
Oh,
Last pick of Tupac.
no.
It's kind of an off the wall, not off the wall necessarily. It's off their normal their kit here, but I think that's actually a plus for Tupac.
Mars
Yeah,
and
plus
Wind Ranger
Phoenix
both have
first,
stuns that
picking
rely
it,
on
10
trees.
seconds remaining.
Picking it kind of.
You know,
removes it from the
frankly,
pool.
I feel like they could have dropped Jakiro, really, and taken something like Nature's Prophet as a gank aid, because Wind Ranger and Mars love having a spare tree around to land their stuns. Just trap somebody in Sprout, Wind Ranger and Mars go in for the kill, and there is nothing you can do to stop them.
On the other hand, I do not envy the person who has to play Pause 5 Nature's Prophet.
Until
Less
no kill, he says that.
less pause 5, more pause 3, and you just sort of deprecate Phoenix to 5. He can do it.
And Mars to 4. I guess he can also do it, but I feel like with the role he's at here, 3 is probably better for him.
Then, alright, it's another reason for life stealer ban.
Oh man. Oh, that is 3 tanky bastards, but that's like 5 people who really like hitting tanky bastards. I like Fat Cthulhu Tidehunter. It's great.
Yeah.
There it is.
I don't think that's two parts of the same set.
He's fat. He's fatter than Pudge.
He just looks all washed up.
Oh, what? That's
Really
a
is
fucking
fatter than
pun.
Pudge.
Fuck you.
It's like Tidehunter 20 years later. Or Cthulhu 20 years later, I guess.
Wow.
I was one of the best, kid. I could have been a contender. Mirana also looks like
my
there's no actual Mirana. It's just like a very angry cat.
Yeah.
I really like Fat Tidehunter.
Fat Cthulhu. Like I said, I don't think those pieces come from the same set, which is funny.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is art right there.
Everybody in the world has this Windrunner set right now, it feels like.
It's a Windrunner Arcana,
I like the the team charging down the lane intro with Dark Willow, perhaps the least threatening hero to be leading a charge here.
Wait. Oh yeah, I remember. I guess PVCpipe random their last pick by accident.
Yeah, I thought I thought it was they were talking about the other game for a second because it looked like
I mean,
a
Sven
deliberate
fits
pick.
into their lineup, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, if they did random that, jeez.
It's not like a Gyro Alliance at TI, like Gyro position 3 or whatever.
They random the pick. Not a great
Shoutouts
place
to
to be.
Insania.
Luckily, we have the power of editing and the power of this player to
Yeah,
get
we
us
do.
past this. Holy hell, Hollywood,
Oh, long
okay.
pause. Oh, there we go.
Hollywood needed to take one hell of a dab there, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's do roll call again, because that's always fun. We have the Mighty Midget on Phoenix. We have somebody playing as Monkey King. Probably Decode, if I had to guess, but it's kind of hard to tell because he's a tree without a name tag right now. Over here we have Crafty Potato. Pause 3 as Mars. Down here we have Max as Jakiro, who appears to be playing Pause 4, so that means Mighty Midget might be their Pause 5, and Pause 2, Tallballz, captain of the team. Whereas on the other hand, we've got PVCpipe, captain of the Rosh Ryders, playing, I believe, I can't really tell. So always hard to tell with Rosh Ryders who's going to be where, because they like to mix it up a lot. So let's just make it easy and say PVCpipe, the captain on Pudge, Hollywood, the not captain on Marana, Tidehunter on Ghouls, or Ghouls on Tidehunter as it were, rather. Moon, who was hitting some crazy arrows in the last series on Dark Willow, and finally, ryde and Heelys on Sven.
Yep, on that random Sven, apparently.
Can't believe Midget's battery died. Needs a new watch. Sorry.
Yeah, that is a shame.
I really do have to wonder what their big team fight plan for
30
Dire
seconds
is.
to
Like,
battle.
who starts off, I guess? Pudge and Marana just sort of skirt a fight, hope to get a 1-2 combo, follow up with Sven to just bruise them down. I can only really see their team having, like, incidentally good team fight between Tide and Willow, and Sven kind of mops up any stragglers, but between Pudge and Marana, their lockdown capability is good on one target, but I don't know about overall. Ooh.
Yeah, I would say
Good wombo combo here.
Yeah, good wombo combo. Jakiro is gonna have to eat the salve, just waste it in lane, probably call another. If I'm guessing, I don't think the Dire necessarily are going to be having a lot of conventional fights. I think for Dire, it's going to be more in the line of they're going to be trying to just make as few team fights as possible. They're going to try to ruin any possible team fight that that the Rosh Ryders are given to them.
Yep.
We got some trouble up at top, it looks like.
Looks
Sven
like,
got really beat up.
Looks like they're doing the Pudge tri-lane shtick again. Oh, maybe not. Marana's just out of here. Sven's Sav got canceled, always sad to see. It's never ideal to see a Sav get canceled like that. You
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
very
want to
sad.
see it.
Tide's taking a bit of a bruising too. Wonder what's happening down there.
Looks like he's just
Phoenix
banting with
is-
Phoenix.
That's a dangerous game. Phoenix can't really fight Tide in a right-click battle. He's got no base armor.
Look, Slut, you got your favorite skill level 1.
Ah,
Cool.
come on.
What I please.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dark Willow is their mid, actually. I didn't even really consider
That's-
that fact.
Dark Willow is a pretty universal laner. She can go anywhere. She can even
Right.
jungle.
Oh, looks like Phoenix might be in a spot of trouble here. But no, he's gonna be fine.
It's
more or
okay.
less.
Tide does not have Gush. If Phoenix does not take Dive level 1 and you take Gush, guess what? It's a free kill because Phoenix has like no base armor.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain the only reason that Phoenix has armor right now is because of the stat gain from his branches.
Right. By the way, Pudge is pause 5 here, so they're not doing the wacky pseudo pause 1 Pudge like they were last game. Oh, Marana.
Oh, this might be first blood.
Yep. First
Yes.
Sure is, yeah.
blood. Monkey King Jingabong just completely annihilates Marana here, and Tidehunter has nowhere to go but back to his tower. He at least thought better of it and got the gush in the end.
Jingu still probably one of the best laning skills in the game, even after the nerf.
I like the stun on Mars just to stop him from getting 1 deny. Very petty.
Hook is another very good laning skill. So.
Ah, they're getting their revenge on Monkey King here, maybe? Nope.
No,
he
they're
is
fighting
just turning
Monkey King
that
at
right
low
around.
level. That is not a winning fight in any situation.
Yeah, if he gets the 4th hit,
Oh, the dodge!
No.
Oh!
Just
almost.
Did he have? Please tell me he had something he could have saved himself with there. Did he just forget it?
Did he have something he could save himself with? Nope, he didn't have like a
No,
fire
he
or
popped a
anything.
wand. Ah.
Marana just barely inching out of that with a kill. Very brave of her to
Might
keep fighting
stick
it there.
around.
If
Only to try and kill Phoenix.
if Mr. Hollywood had backed there, then if he had tried to run away instead of just sitting there and fighting it, I think he actually would have been dead. So good on him.
Jakiro sniping a courier.
Yep, pretty classic.
Got a lot of courier kills in this league for some reason. Very courier kill heavy league. I just noticed Marana has 1 item.
Phoenix might be in trouble here. Does he have dive? Oh, he's just not gonna capitalize on it. Hmm. Oh, he does have dive.
For me.
I just wants him to walk away from the lane, doesn't want to actually chase this, mess with the equilibrium.
Ooh, Willow's getting kind of chipped up by these creeps here. I'm wondering if Marana's going to gank mid at some point, because let me tell you, arrow plus power shot is a free kill.
Yep. I think it's probably Marana's skills having done this rather than necessarily the creep wave. Because all of it's down right now. Oh, looks like Marana is coming here. Oh, barely misses.
Send
Almost
an
hits
arrow.
Jakiro.
Almost,
on the,
yeah.
other side.
Almost bungles into an arrow. Been real embarrassing.
I really wish there was like a thing, and obviously Marana would have to be changed to account for it, or Mars just having to back away here. I really wish there was a thing where if you got literally the maximum distance possible arrow, it was just an insta kill no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
If it hits at the exact final hammer unit end distance of the arrow, it just kills you instantly.
Yeah. I don't know how balanced that would be, but it would be funny. And that's what I'm all about, baby. And it was not luck, but skill.
True.
Not what Phoenix wanted to hear, though.
Yeah.
Phoenix wanted to hear was luck. Hero in a bit of trouble here. He's going to take a lot of his HP bar. I don't think he's going to die necessarily.
Yeah, Mars. But
Mighty
Phoenix will
Midget
die.
does in fact die. Phoenix dies down a bot. Which means we've missed a real kill for a potential kill. We're getting kicked off at TI again!
Said.
Gaben's gonna call me kind of an ass.
Oh, that was Shanghai Major, not TI.
I know, but it's funny.
Yeah. It's funnier if you get kicked off TI, I guess. You're right.
You know, these two are down here trying to beat up Monkey King, who's basically solo owning this lane, and gotta say, I don't think they're winning it.
Yeah, meanwhile at top, Pudge just got completely casually picked there. Let's take a look at the last hits chart there. You can see Decode here, who,
Oh my lord, look at Monkey King's last hit deny count.
yeah, he's doing real good for himself. He also actually got a lot of denies to match that lot of last hits, which means his
That
lane
definitely
opponents are kinda low.
explains, yeah, he's
Nice,
already
well
6.
Yeah, he's twice Hollywood's level here. They're having to pull just to get the XP back, but even then they can't really stick around the wave long. Goodbye, Catapult.
Can't even get the range creep.
Midget's just been kind of wandering around casually here. Now, for those of you who did not see the first week's 2-puck game. Well, watch it, because if you watch it, then I get more views and I'm a happier man. But for those of you... Oh, good spear on Mars, but it was not quite enough to save his buddy Jakiro there. But Pudge, he may pay for this. Hollywood coming in to create some space for them. Pretty big team fight for this portion of the game. Tallballz running in, wants to make something of this, but Dyer just got too far back too quickly. Sven hiding in the trees here. Nobody really wanted to look for him. Maybe he just kind of got forgotten. Definitely a positive there for the Dyer. Radiant had a good response to that, but it just wasn't quite enough. Their hero's early game power just really does not match Rosh Ryders at all.
Oh.
Hero might be in a little trouble here. He's getting real low, but
wow.
Oh, Wyll just has to back off now.
Yep, she's focus fired.
Hey.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Well.
Oh, that was just at top. I thought that happened here because of the sound. Weird how that's like a global sound if you got them highlighted.
Yep.
That was very confusing. Ah, Mirana.
Mirana's in trouble.
Definitely dead here. Yep. Jakiro's the one who gets the streak, unfortunately. It would have been much better to see on that, but yeah. Can't help it sometimes. Can't help it sometimes. Sometimes that's going to happen just for the safety. Sometimes it's going to happen just because it's just going to happen. I recall Tupac having a few problems with that in the first lineup. As I was saying before,
finally caught up in level somewhat to Monkey King.
As I was saying before, things went a little crazy here, and while we watched Tidehunters get beat up for free. For those of you who missed the first game series with Tupac, Tupac is as a team that's very similar to Radiant Straits in their sort of priority. Where you have Decode here, who's their pause 1, and Tallballz here is their pause 2, who's, I believe, about to die here. Very miserable death.
Ooh.
Who are really kind of the pillars of Tupac. They're pause 1 and 2. They really focus a lot on them, and most of their strategies are sort of, you know, 4 protect 1 or the 3 and below club, just trying to make space as much as possible. Pudge here, wandering around looking for a hook, wants to get somebody, get a free kill, just free breakfast.
Radiant's middle tower.
Did he just? No, that didn't just happen.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Okay, that is his own Ocean Heart. Ah, Pudge gets a hook, but to no avail. I wonder where that Ocean Heart came from. Maybe he just pulled it out of the creep with a hook that missed or something? I don't know, I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Speaking of I wasn't looking, a lot of action happening all over the map here as Deco goes down on Monkey King. And well, hold on now, wait a minute. No, we can't miss that. Sven.
I trust ancient sex, said.
That is a embarrassing bungle.
I'm sorry for laughing, Sven. Gets tipped by everyone in the world. It's always funny. I can't tip myself. It's always funny to me when it's not just the enemy team tipping you, everybody chips in. I wish,
you know,
like...
It's really funny to me because it's basic biology. It's really funny to me when people forget that they can't tank Ancients as Sven because they forgot to get a Morbid Mask. It's always funny.
We have missed every kill in this game, I believe.
Hey, not first blood. We got the important one at least. Holy hell. I really wish if 9 other people tipped you, then like you would also start getting notifications like the shopkeeper has tipped you, Roshan has tipped you, stuff like that. Oh, Sven again! Here trying to do the Ancient, just getting caught by Monkey King for a free kill, but this might not be worth it for the... Oh, well maybe it is! He's turning it around really well. Nope, not quite. Phoenix just couldn't quite get here in time. Even if he did, he doesn't have the ult he really needed to do much here. Windrunner's shown up, and so is Jakiro, but it's kind of just a conga line for Tupac at this point. Max knocks out Pudge at the back of the line, but it's hard to really call that much of a success. It's better than nothing, but he's still probably going to go down for it, yep. Not a great fight for Tupac there. They really lost a lot and accomplished very little there. I can definitely see why they took it. It was good to kill Sven, but Yeah, that didn't go well for him. I think in classic focus on 1 and 2 situation, I think one of the biggest reasons that went as poorly as it did for them is because neither Jakiro nor Phoenix were level 6 when they entered there. I believe both of them level 2 it from encounters. Jakiro might have been 6, but he definitely didn't have enough for macro there. Kiro also missing his Ith path with. Oh, sorry about that. We had a few little hardware issues. Kiro also missing Ith path, which severely hindered his ability to actually intervene in that.
Right.
Meanwhile, Monkey King's farm goes through the roof.
Yeah, Monkey King going crazy to farm down there. That was a good shackle. That was a late sun.
Yeah, that happens.
You
They
get
might actually
Hollywood
make
right
something
after
of
the
this.
TP. Pudge just barely whiffing that hook that had to be pixels away. Missed his
Dumping
hick
zone
player.
macro on the door.
What was that, Randy?
Dire's middle
Oh, the arena goes up in a really good spot.
Oh my god. Yep.
Willow just gets smashed to bits there. Pudge
Hero
tries to
takes
fix
the
something
hook
of
for.
this. Oh,
what
the
a
Ravage!
Yep, Ravage destroyed them.
All Windrunner can do is wind run the hell out of there. Monkey King, though, he was not really part of that. And while Tidehunter's looking at him funny down here, what's he gonna do? He's out of mana and out of options, even if he did have some mana.
Out of weight, out of mana, out of shape. Look at that gut.
Yep. Oh, he even has the your favorite skill build. He didn't just get your favorite skill level 1.
Ah. Look, come on, man. I know it's a low cost. We have to spam that so hard to get high-end use out of it, and you need so much more money to make it useful.
And let's just be
get
frank
Gush.
here. It really means nothing if you're not farming stacks. Do not level like this if you're not farming stacks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gush
We're
scales
gonna get
really
a big
nicely.
gank on Monkey King.
Oh,
That
yeah.
unfortunate creep kind of ruined the hook. Does not matter.
He's gone before help could even arrive.
Yep.
They used,
just eviscerate him.
I think they used a little too many ults there. Everyone kind of ulted for that, even though he was kind of screwed after the first one. But at least the kill was secure, and it's not a bad guy to knock out. Not a bad guy to knock out by any stretch. You definitely want to get rid of.
Oh, we got action happening in mid.
There, that's the action.
Pudge did not go for the hook. He's fearing that Mars ult.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, nothing worse as Pudge than seeing somebody on that enemy lineup who you just can't hook. If you hook them, you're just gonna die instantly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Chasing everybody through Dire jungle here.
Radiant's bottom
Dire's
tower
coming
is
in to
under
chase
attack.
Radiant through their own jungle now. Through Dire's own jungle, that is. Tidehunter is prohibited from farming this. They're really dropping a lot on Tidehunter here.
Prohibited from life at this rate. Oh no, dude! Look at it go wrong! It's all going south!
It
Well,
is.
Pudge got a really good hook in there.
Phoenix, my man, run!
Looks like Dire's really cleaning the hell out of this. So Monkey King's showing up. He's got his ult, but this might be a bridge too far for the guy.
They got the drop, but they're the ones dropping.
Man, that Phoenix.
Not anymore. Oh, Monkey King. Monkey King's here, and he is not a happy man. He is not a happy camper. He is just forcing them all to go away. Pudge trying to open space for Tide. Tide almost
do
denies him on
something!
it.
Tide, help him!
The Phoenix DOTs have gotten like 2 or 3 kills alone in this game. It's Fire Spirits doing work.
I feel like Tide could have gushed the last second there to try to save Pudge, but I couldn't say whether or not that would have worked considering its attack
Yeah.
range is huge.
I doubt that would have made a difference, especially considering,
Dire's middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Yeah. That's just my mindset, what can I say? I'm programmed to think that way with Gush.
Allies disappear.
You're a robot. I knew it.
Dire's middle
Wow.
tower is under attack.
Don't make me activate feed.exe.
What does feed.exe do? What Jakiro is doing now,
Dire's
Yeah.
is under attack.
which is die instantly.
Sorry, Max, I don't mean to rib on you. You just happened to be in the right place at the wrong time.
Yeah, that was just timing for the joke. That wasn't anything against you. I do think maybe he's stuck there a little too long, though.
It's same with Phoenix, actually. He's gonna be in trouble here.
Yeah.
My god, every time I look back and think, man, this game's going well, I look back at Monkey King's farm and just balk at it. Ooh, smart, using the Sunray for movement in a really unconventional way.
Phoenix is wasting a hell of a lot of time here. Even if they get him, it's not going to be worth it at this point. They found somebody else, though. Got an arena out.
Pinned.
Not really, all the guy
ruined by the... Oh, the hysteria.
And Monkey King just gets casually torn to pieces while his team just has to watch. I gotta say, I didn't really expect it, but the way,
Ooh, Jakiro's in trouble again, too. He might not make this. Oh...
Just barely goes down to the Dark Willow there. The way Willow and Pudge have been treating these arenas and these big team fight ults is actually astoundingly good. Like, shoutouts to PVCpipe and Moon here. They are definitely doing a very good job at just disrupting arenas as much as possible. No shoutouts going out
Supernova's
to
up. The sun is gonna go down.
Because they're about to just barely does not get the sun off.
Supernova off. Gold. Oh.
Willow just melter.
This is a series of relatively farmed carries going down in big fights alone. This needs to stop happening.
Yeah, Rosh Ryders doing a hell of a good job in just trying to ruin everything about Radiant's game plan here. It's like I said, you know, they're not really going for team fights per se. They're going for ruin team fights and pickoffs, you know. They're going for trying to disrupt as much as possible rather than make an offensive themselves. And the thing is that Tupac just kind of has to play into that because they don't really have any other, like, they don't have any ability to fight without that, basically. So if they don't put themselves into the situation where Rosh Ryders can deal with it, then they just can't get anything done. It's a very interesting little conundrum for them. Just strong play from Rosh Ryders here. They're just doing a good job dealing with this lineup. Again, you know, just once again, I'd like to reiterate, as I did in the first cast here, this is allegedly the lowest ranked team in this league, but if you look at how they play and look at how they think about the game, you really almost wouldn't think that, would you? You go, dear. Watching Sven. Sven's got a little invis on him. Pinging himself.
Yeah.
I think he's just sort of waiting for a kill to come to him.
Yep, just hanging out in this jungle waiting for something to come of it. Ryan Healy's is not having any of this. The second he sees Jakiro alone, he runs for the hills.
Phoenix, I don't think a ward is worth this, my dude.
I like Hollywood flexing on him by jumping off the ward spot.
Yeah.
This is actually funnier to me than, oh, get that HUD out of there. It's actually funnier to me than if they just got the kill on him. Like, they're just flexing on him so hard to not ward.
Yeah.
Might admit you make a bit of a mistake here. You don't want to try and overlap your fire spirits. Those do not stack their DOT.
He's been doing a bit of that through the game. But that'll...
I can understand trying to carpet an area to saturate as many targets at once, but it's really best to space them out.
It's kind of like
you have to learn some sort of a trigger discipline with that skill. It's really difficult.
It's like the Kunkka we saw last series. I think that's just you know, the adrenaline getting to him to a degree. He's just hitting too early because he's, you know, the heart rate's going up. Sometimes it just gets to you here. Speaking of heart rate going up, Dyer's heart rate's about to go up sky high. Everybody coming in on Tide Hunter here.
Tide's stunned, but you have to remember he's got his Kraken shell, but he's not gonna blow that ult.
Nope. He is not going to sacrifice it for himself. It's almost noble to a degree. I doubt it would have saved him anyway, to be fair. But old Pudge, who managed to
caught out.
Yep, he's giving himself a desperation ult there, but it's not even close to enough. His team's coming in behind him, but to no avail.
Macropyre out by the tower. No one can hope to teleport in and take a save. Monkey King's wrapping around. He wants to find someone to kill.
He might find Willow here. Nope, he doesn't actually want a piece of Willow. He's gonna get a piece
took
of
an arrow in the back. Oh, Wind Ranger showed up. Oh no, that damage is really scary on Willow.
Tower just casually going down.
Nice defensive healing Sunray. Oh, the surprise ravage! in the
Big
trees!
ravage! Big ravage! Mars just eats it instantly. Jakiro soon to follow, perhaps? Phoenix next.
Phoenix is gonna go next. No hope for Phoenix.
Decode actually
And
dying
Wind
down
Ranger
here off screen.
might
to,
get away.
Winner. I think she's a little screwed.
Oh no.
Yep. Jakiro, the last man to survive. Not great for Tupac once again. When the Rosh Ryders here are able to put their heads together, when they get to take the advantage, when they get to make the rules of a fight, it seems like they just always win it. The only time that Tupac's really winning here so far is when they're the ones who get to, you know, completely decide the order of things, like in the encounter against Tidehunter in the jungle, where they were able to just completely pin him in and beat him up. But given what transpired afterwards, it's hard to call that a worthwhile investment. It's a little surprising to say this, perhaps, but it's starting to almost feel, worse and worse for Tupac here. You know, even with the disproportionate amount of farm Monkey King has, and even with the lack of contribution to team fights, Kiro in real big trouble here, going down in fact.
Phoenix made the incorrect decision to dive in there, but got bailed out by Mars.
Mars coming in strong. Uh-oh.
And
right
Phoenix
in front of
ulted, but guess
Willow.
who's right there? Exact situation I mentioned earlier. Willow with a small amount of attack speed is enough to kill Phoenix Sun on her own.
Brett.
Got that Axe too. That Axe is always pretty big on Willow right now.
I noted that a couple minutes ago. Pretty powerful eggs.
Ooh, they're really chasing Monkey King down. Are they gonna get him?
Yeah.
Oh, he missed
got
the
cut
stone!
down.
Yep, cut down the tree.
Good job,
He has
Sven.
BKB, they're not gonna be able to stop him.
Yep. In fact, he wants to get in a little bit more of a fight here because his team showed up.
Oh, that is just unfortunate.
Yep. He wants to fight, but fight's not
I've
coming.
never seen an ultimate so, or let alone more directly countered by another ultimate than Monkey King's
Yeah.
with Willow's. Doesn't she get a trait that expands the AoE of that too?
Yep, and she got it as well. But no, she actually did not. It's Cursed Crown, not.
Either way, it's just 2 skills that can directly ruin Monkey King's ult.
Right.
3 actually with the Bramblefield.
Yeah, it is almost a direct counter here between Willow and Monkey King, especially in these positions they're in. Still.
I mean, she hits her W, you can't hit her. She hits her Q, you can't stay in your own ult. She hits her E, you can't stay around your friends. She hits her Q or she hits her her D or her R, and it's just instantaneous evacuate the area either way.
Yep. Yeah, really notably, the thing I was going to say before this fight started, speaking of Willow, she's getting a little caught here. She's kind of right in front of everyone. Thinks she's just going to about to just eat a kill for free here. Yep, getting annihilated. Deco gets a 5 kill streak. That might be a bit of a turnaround moment for them. That's a lot of money in XP they just got for doing that.
What's Monkey King looking at for items right now? I'm guessing he's probably close to getting
Scotty.
himself something. Oh.
He's got BKB.
Whatever Rev
Scotty.
should kind of play into this, but
Personally, I feel like he has to go beyond Scotty. I don't think he needs the tankiness. I think he just needs something to rip up the big tanky boys in their team a lot faster, because right now, Tidehunter and Pudge can actually, heck, even especially Sven actually, can eat a lot of damage. I feel like he needs a Desolator.
I'll be fair enough to say I do think Monkey King does need a bit of tank. One of the problems happening in these fights is Monkey King just gets caught out, and just one Pudge ult is all that's needed. The stun from it and the damage that falls is all that's really needed to just put him out of action entirely. Radiant invades their own jungle with the Aegis, finds absolutely no one, and just blows the whole smoke basically.
Radiant are
Finds somebody in the enemy triangle though. 3 people actually. They're looking a little hungry.
Sven gets revenge on the ancient camp that killed him.
Finally, it's been a long time coming.
Does Monkey King really think it's safe running around in these trees?
courier.
Oh, the courier snipe.
Yep. Didn't actually seem to have anything on it, but still.
Still tragic. 100 gold at this point of the game isn't much to sneeze at. He's getting ever closer to that Scotty. What do you think his biggest option here post Scotty is going to be? I feel like Once he's got that tankiness, he's gonna need Desolate. Actually, you know what? I feel like AC would not be an incorrect choice at this point.
Yeah, I was thinking AC, but I feel like AC would work better on a friend of his. So
Probably
I would
better
say,
on Mars.
Yeah, that's why I immediately clicked over to him. I feel like AC would be a bit better on old Mars, and I feel like if Monkey King wants to really just go crazy on these folks, there's one thing that comes to my mind instantly is Moonshard. Just pick himself
Yeah,
a Moonshard,
Moonshard
go
is-
all in on offense.
Yeah, Moonshard is a very subtle way to just win a game. Some heroes that get it just win, you know? It's sort of like Slardar. Oh, good Ravage.
Monkey King pretty much already down. The Ravage was huge, but wasn't really that much follow-up on it.
Monkey
so
King
far.
died and his team is being pushed away from him. He is surrounded.
Yep.
But he's not alone. Ooh, Sven does
Sven
not
just
survive.
blows up. Marana
Marana
goes down.
eats it, Tide hiding in the trees for his dear life.
He's got nothing left. That was.
Oh no, they see him.
Oh, he's in such a bad spot. He might get the revenge kill.
Sunray
Nope.
keeping him alive. Mars is really going for this. He wants it.
Everyone wants his title.
This is the definition of creating space right here. Tide is backing away from their tower so it doesn't go down in the time they're all dead.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say this is really not a worthwhile time investment at that point. That was not worth the 317 gold. Still got him in the end, which was good, but good on Dive for making him waste as much time as possible doing that.
Indeed. They bought time for Sven and Marana to respawn. I don't think we're going to see much of our good friend Tidehunter, but at this point, they can't reliably take a tier 2. They're going to all respawn in that time frame, and I think they know it.
Gotta say, Ghoul here, who's playing Pause 3 today for Rosh Ryders. I think he's a stand-in. I could be wrong about that.
Maybe.
If you were in the first match, I'm sorry, Ghoul. I just have no memory of you because I have Alzheimer's. Oh my god, that was so close to death for Phoenix. But
Yep.
he's really been playing a good job as far as
Ooh.
you know, part of that delve of Pause 3 of just wasting as much time as possible in the enemy team, keeping his boys alive as much as possible, taking the heat off.
There just was not enough response to that tier 2 to keep it alive.
Yep.
Phoenix saw that curry and I think he wants it.
Ah! Is what Phoenix is thinking right now.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Very sad.
Sad.
Dire's coming in. Dire wants revenge. Dire's going to
Oh,
avenge
yeah.
that courier.
They really want to avenge that curry. Oh, they might get Wind Ranger here. Oh
Yeah,
no.
that was not the power shot to make. Just goes down
Ouch.
instantly.
Ooh, the sun ray. Oh,
Phoenix is
it's
trying
not
to
gonna
get involved
work.
to some degree, but nope.
If there's any one hero that I always respect as Phoenix, it is Pudge. You do not underestimate that hook. A good Pudge will know the trajectory of that flight, and he will hit you in the middle of it.
Yeah, PVCpipe, no stranger to Pudge, no stranger to the fat man here. It's like Radiant just gonna get the tier 2 right back. That's your response to it.
Shakiro is crazy. He is way out of position.
I'm just trying to defend that tower a bit.
Yep, just trying to harass the other guys away. Just did not.
Well,
not have what he needed.
he tried to
so.
harass them away, and they harassed him away from life.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Was that?
And the
That-
tip.
That was his own force staff.
Wow.
All right.
It's like I said, it was just a really bizarre choice.
Monkey King playing partisan warfare here.
I think he's trying to make some more space.
He's got a haster, and they're never gonna get him. He's getting real close to that Scotty too. Literally all he needs, cause
He's already got the money for it, I think.
yeah, literally all he needs is get to a secret shop, and he's got it. That could be a big change here. The biggest issue that Radiant has had is that Monkey King in these fights has been just going down in like seconds flat, you know. But with Aya Scotty, that might change. You might see a change here. There it is. He's up to 3k HP now. He's actually got more HP than Pudge at the moment. Him having that ability might really change things here.
Allies disappear.
You know, I've seen this really weird. It's not really, I wouldn't call it a trend, but I've seen people with clips of
decent mid to highest ranked games, people running Armlet and Monkey King just for the toggle abuse, alongside his Trickster passive where he can dodge damage with it.
Right, it certainly will make it hard to kill. I can certainly see what the intent is there.
Because you can still activate the Armlet in the middle of the transform, so you can safely toggle. Oh!
Willow trying to
Oh
stick
my
around to get the
God.
Phoenix Sun was a bit of a mistake there as she just goes down for it. Pudge also dying for his sins.
They still have Ravage, and Sven's got his ult right and ready, but I don't think they're too willing to take a 3v5.
Nope, they just want right out of there as fast as possible.
Is under attack.
I think that hook
actually in the arena play.
That hook actually has a lot to do with Dire's success in this game so far, and with it off the field, I feel like a lot of people are pretty uncomfortable continuing on.
Right.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mars is split and pushing at bottom, or rather getting at least a little free farm. I think he needs the money at this point. He doesn't have a whole lot in the way of actually killing on his own.
Right.
Does he even have a Desolator at this point? No, he
Nope.
does not.
And he's going right for heart.
I don't feel that's a smart play here. I think he needs
No,
to split
agreed.
for either... I think he needs to go for an offensive item, or at the very minimum, go for something sort of hybrid for Mars at least, like a Satanic.
My call is still AC. I feel like an AC on this lineup would do everybody a load of good. But
Something got picked off there.
a heart isn't the worst thing in the world. You're still going to get a lot of obvious benefit out of a heart. And yeah, Sven just getting picked off by Monkey King in particular, just giving him some free money. But boy, is he
Oh, the
paying for
jack-
that.
Jackhammer.
Oh. God,
Force
that
the
BKB
pop
up.
BKB, and Pudge wants to go in for it, but he's going to pay for it with his life!
Yeah, he just dying instantly.
Oh, good
Willow,
cheer.
Willow trying to make the save, but doesn't quite get him away.
Yep.
Monkey King got himself an entire basher out of that. Pudge is buying back. He won't stand for this.
Normally.
Quick, everybody say all your voice chat lines, or voicemail lines.
Yeah.
Rana's definitely highly thinking about doing something here with that vanish. Oh, just barely gets her with that arrow. She's
Nice.
gonna be stunned forever, but is
are they
anybody
gonna
gonna
follow up on
capitalize? No,
Oh.
they're afraid to go out.
Willow wants to, but
Oh.
yeah, they are very scared of Mars making a surprise entrance.
That might have been a mistake. I think they had a really good opportunity to just, have Pudge, just jump in.
You know,
on
the only
side,
person
get
who
off.
was in immediate range to respond to that if they jumped her would have been Jakiro, I think, and
To be
kind
fair,
of Phoenix.
They were all in the area.
Scanning.
Not enough
They're there,
to
but
get
they're
there
like-
immediately. That would have been enough time to kill Windranger. It's just a
Right.
couple of spells. She's not very tanky. Got to remember, she's not a strength
Yeah.
hero
Do you
like
necessarily
Mars.
win the fight after that is the question.
Well, I think he can pull out after that pretty easily. Getting Phoenix down here. Everybody's looking for him.
I don't know.
Everybody's found him. Just
Yeah,
shattering
we'll
him.
get
Oh, I don't think he's.
Tower
Oh,
is under attack.
yep. I couldn't even finish that statement. He died so fast. His hero animation didn't even complete.
But as I was saying, Winterner was like, here. You could have had Pudge come in, hook her from here or so, and definitely just eat her without having to take a fight afterwards, I think. Because that stun was forever. That was like the max link stun. Can see why they didn't want to do it, but I do think it was a bit of a mistake. Radiant was really eager for Dire to chase across the river there, but Dire was having none of that. Those Spidey senses kicked on for them at the last possible moment. Dire still have quite of an impressive kill advantage, but it's really starting to turn around for farm for the Radiant. In particular,
Dire picks up on this. They have Ravage to play with.
yeah, they sure do. But
I
they don't.
think
They do
think
see
he
it, I
realizes-
think. No, they don't. They don't. Maybe barely. They certainly just saw Roche pop in for a second there, but...
Yep.
What is this, like an
Radiant
epic...
are scanning.
Yeah, it's like bait. They're trying to get him to go to Roche rather than wanting to do Roche themselves, but Dire don't want to do Roche, so don't want to counter
Nope.
that. They lost their confidence. That or nobody was watching this ward. Wow. That was a very interesting series of plays there. Like, Radiant was trying to bait a reprisal on Roche. then Dire didn't want a reprise on Rosh, and now they just actually do get Rosh. Okay. And Monkey King gets himself an Aegis. Now that he's harder to kill and has an Aegis, it's a lot of damage you can do with all this stuff. Getting a shard soon. Getting that cool mischief. So now he can be a courier at like full speed.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He can be Rosh.
Huge wave here at bottom. Windrunner just has to TP back and get it.
Yep, decent amount of money there.
Yep, it is a decent amount of money, but it also does pretty quickly slow down any anything they could have gotten out of that. Slows down the potential counteroffensive there.
Right.
Pudge drew a big letter U on the field.
Vanish. Ooh, alright, Phoenix. Oh, gets that dust out.
Yep. They
Very
walked
good.
right under a sentry there, unfortunately for them.
Spoil that shot.
Yep.
And this Vanish goes absolutely nowhere.
Yep.
They are running with their tails between their legs. Look at that.
It's very tragic. The worst part is an actual smoke there would have not had that issue. At least they know where the vision is now.
I think it would have,
Speaking of
because
smoke.
Phoenix was close enough. I believe you can't see smoke under sentry, only works at a certain range away. And Phoenix was just sitting right at the top of the stairs there, so...
Right. The Phoenix still would have caught him, but, you know, Phoenix would have caught him, like, you know, here.
Right.
Rather than, you know, here. Which is, it doesn't look like a long range on the map, but when you're Phoenix, that makes a world of difference. Looks like they're trying to show Dire how it's done now. Well, Tupac is coming in. Show the Rosh Ryders who's the master of killing people while they're invisible. They did that, I think.
This does a Blink Arena.
Yeah. The Dire are just pulling right back to T3s here. Their Spidey senses went up big when they all fell off the map at the same time. I don't think they actually got caught smoking, but they certainly played like they knew the smoke was there. Not much I can tell you. Runner got ourselves the heals, huh? Very interesting.
Yeah, no detentions will be given out today for being caught smoking.
Oh, that's good. Dark Willow actually listened to my advice for Monkey King and got herself a moon shard.
Dire's
Wow.
structures are fortified.
Dire had to glyph early. That's not good.
Pretty
Allergies,
deadly,
yeah.
actually, because of that eggs.
Oh yeah, it sure is. That does a lot of damage in a short time. Basically, it nerds Phoenix entirely if Willow's around. Of course, Willow still has to get there, which has been a problem in some of these fights. But if Willow can, Titan and Mars just looking for each other here. This is turning into one of those scenarios where everybody just wants the other team to be the one to engage.
Yep.
Nobody wants to actually make the first move. But Jakiro here being a little braver than
Arena for this?
most.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice
they're
hook.
gonna arena
Pudge.
for that.
Oh,
That's
oh.
for sure. Yep.
Oh, it is a shitstorm in here.
Tidehunter gets that Ravage out, but does not last long. I thought he popped
Oh.
a pressure without his Essence Ring.
Marana's
Phoenix
barely
getting-
gonna get away for life.
Phoenix getting just chopped down like a tree by Sven here, who is pissed off. He wants
Whoa.
reprisal, gets Tallballz. Windrunner goes down. He might be getting Monkey King as well, but even if he does, Monkey King still has that Aegis up, but he's the only man left.
Yep.
This does
Whoa,
not
eggs.
look good for the King of the Monkeys here. He's having to pop BKB the second he's out. Willow just bashing him in the back of the head, just trying desperately to make sure he can't just leap away. And leap away he does not.
That is a sound team fight and a streak to Willow.
Yep.
Ouch. Not the favorable outcome here.
Yeah, that was...
I will say that Mars got very distracted chasing down Murata towards the tail end of that fight back there. She lived with like a tic-tac of health. Mars got greedy and he ran off for it, and that is what spelled the doom for their back end. Sven
Yeah.
walked through that back end of the enemy team. They just started chopping him down. He went over like a 4-stroke Hurricane of Destruction and just...
Speaking
Wiped
of
them.
chopping it down,
Yep.
he's gonna tear down this tier 3.
He's gonna knock it over like Chris Chan's dad tearing down the internet, or cutting down the internet rather. They got a few buybacks here, but it's hard to say that Dire should be too worried about them with all of Radiant Souls still down, bar Monkey Kings. So they are back in here. Backing a little early too. Holy crap, what a long-ranged Phoenix dive. Definitely a trait for
That's
that.
a trait. Yep.
Ooh, very good find for Sven.
Yeah, that's huge. But he didn't want it. He wanted to keep the ninja gear around. I don't know if I
Really?
can say I can approve of that.
Really? Ninja? What?
Definitely better ninja gear carriers on this lineup, right? Oh well. Okay, you gotta take that at least, right, Sven?
Sven.
We'll keep it around, I'm sure.
Sven.
At least he's got it in his backpack. That's the start. Probably just gonna cycle it in when
Yep.
when it's time to do it.
That's what you tend to do with leveler.
The telescope. Why is there a telescope on the floor? Nobody's
Pick it up
picking
and
it up.
teleport
Well,
it
it's
back!
fun.
What are you doing?
Sven doesn't have space, I don't think. He made space, alright.
Yeah, finish his data list. That is their... That's not their telescope? That is their telescope, okay. Pudge just snapped it up the second it was available.
Yep.
Ever since this is Sparta lost a couple of jungle items in the first round, I've been very paranoid whenever I've been seeing jungle items on the ground. Speaking of jungle, the Mighty Midget here is just trying to block off as much of the Dire jungle as possible. He seems to have the belief that late game's going to favor them. I don't know if I necessarily agree. I think nobody's going to match Finn individually, but Monkey King and Winter put together well outclass him, and I don't think anybody touches that combination. So I think they're the ones with the better late, actually. He could just be trying to get more of a gold lead now. It's hard to say. Once again, everybody just kind of in the state
Radiant's
of,
bottom tower is
you
under
know,
attack.
we don't want to go in, you go in. You start the fight, we'll react, you know. Middle game-wise, that cannot be a great state for the Radiant to be in. They've basically got a team that's all about the initiate, yet they can't initiate, they're just trying to counter instead.
Yep. To have double damage on Sven, that is a big power
Radiant's
spike.
bottom tower is under attack.
Just gonna casually beat
Hold
up the
up.
spot tower here.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
One thing I should point out, by the way, I don't know if anybody's been keeping much track of it. Dark Willow is 16-4-9.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still
Sven
holding
has
that
not-
double damage.
He's still holding the leveler, too.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You're really not committed to this idea, which is a shame. I think if he had pulled leveler out, he probably could have actually gotten the tower there. Mr. Hollywood got himself a
Quick,
pretty
almost
good...
got Monkey King.
Is gone.
Mr. Hollywood got himself a pretty good arrow, but oh, Sven is just casually dead. They just knocked him out
Yeah, that's a
completely
lot
there.
of damage.
That Windrunner roll just completely annihilated him.
The poke's fired.
And now everybody just has to walk away. I hate to hit the negative here, but I feel like the biggest crucial, he doesn't even actually have it anymore, he put it up. I think the biggest crucial downfall there, not only did Sven not pop double damage, he also did not pop the leveler for that, and I think either one of those two, and that was an easy T3 for them right there. It's a little concerning. I don't know how many more opportunities they're going to have for that if Radiant keeps turning this one gradually more around on the net worth side of things.
We shall see. Dark Willow.
Once again, everybody just kind of floating around here.
Yep.
Got some writing on the wall here from Pudge. Tidehunter felt that, you know, the little hairs rising on the back of his neck, just TP'd right
Dire's
out
middle
there.
tower is under attack.
Huge wave here in mid there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Big lift for that. That might have been another mistake. Oh dear. Hopefully, hopefully the Rosh Ryders do not need that glyph in the next few minutes. Willow still just trying to play partisan war here herself. Just trying to not get the towers. Okay, Willow took the leveler. Okay, that's fine then. If Sven doesn't want the leveler that bad, this is certainly acceptable.
That's extremely broken. It's probably why he didn't take it, actually.
Though, once again, I will say, at the very least, Sven did have that DD in his pocket.
Probably holding up for a fight that never happened because he just got jumped on.
Yeah. I
Which
definitely
is an
feel
understandable mistake, at least.
Yeah, it's understandable. I still feel like the objective in that at that point definitely mattered a little more. Another poor Rosh dude is just getting bullied this game at this point. Just every time he spawns, it feels like he dies within the next couple of minutes right now. Dire have no sightline on this. The closest thing Dire have to any sort of reprisal is Willow wandering around here, and she's just getting out.
Your shrine has fallen to the radiant.
Alright.
Monkey King picks himself up a free Ags.
I'll eat that one. Yep.
This is little Wukong clone troopers. Which are really confusing to watch if you're a commentator or something, so that's gonna be fun. Nothing like going, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a Monkey King thing, okay.
It was not right.
Oh no. Well,
Decode.
Oh!
good arrow.
No! Spin!
That's a shame.
All the bad pings in the world belong to this man.
Oh my god, no!
Why are they tipping Pudge? That was not his fault.
Oh my god! Oh, that's a tragedy, dude. That is like... That might be the saddest thing that's happened this game.
That might be the game-changing moment here, honestly.
No, dude, no. Ah. Ah.
He just got Pohohoro'd.
He did. He really did.
Windrunner,
Dire did not
What
like
is
that
this?
happening to them. They're now looking for reprisal, but Radiant is just so unwilling
As
to take a
somebody
fight.
who plays a lot of Pudge, that was the single most painful thing I've ever witnessed.
the Windrunner eggs. Or egg shard. I don't remember which. I think it's shard. Because eggs is, yeah, who knows?
Arrow coming in. Oh, just barely whiffing Phoenix here. Ah,
Windrunner has eggs or egg shard.
It's
That's
shard,
all I
think.
know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That annoying
It's a very good
kill
skill.
force.
Vanish.
I like that a lot.
I like it a
Oh,
lot. Let's
no.
keep fighting it. Immediate
Oh,
stun
Phoenix
from
saved-
Phoenix here. Big
Oh.
mistake. Just gets
But
torn to
it triggered
pieces,
the
but-
Aegis.
Oh, the Windrunner!
Monkey King gets caught in here, but Pudge and Tidehunter just can't take the damage coming back. Pudge is back in. Pudge wants another shot at this.
Oh man, the winds are blowing.
Monkey King gets machine
Yeah.
gun down.
Monkey
not
King
blowing
just
the right way.
casually dies. This is one hell of a game here. Rosh Ryders just really do not want to let this go. Still mad about what happened with that hook earlier, I imagine. Which, why wouldn't you
Hero
be?
there. Yep, winds are blowing again.
It's under attack.
Willow finally got a blink. Very rarely do you see a blink dagger popping up at this point in the game, but a 15-minute blink dagger is no less
Yeah, there
effective
you go.
in, once you start using it. Interestingly, is not going for a higher level of blink here.
Nah, just gonna.
But, for sure it's going to be like an arcane blink or something, because Willow's cast points are pretty awful.
Get that basher up.
Yep.
So you can hit a stun on one of your 20 attacks a second.
Everybody careening for the bot T3 here.
As you can see, it's not that much of an exaggeration I just made.
Apparently
You
at some
know-
point, the bot T3 died of creeps.
I just want to point out that Willow does not have a whole lot of tankiness outside the Scotty tour. Like, 3k HP is quite a bit, but she is very susceptible to getting blade mailed down.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Somebody really building blade mail here for it though.
I feel like Jakiro
Oh,
could get away with it.
Oh, Arena.
Sven's trying to get out here. I think
That
maybe the
arena
play-
was not worth. That was a
Yeah.
complete and total waste.
It was a waste from
Kind
Mars.
of
I
a
feel
bit.
like that might have been better if they had just kept fighting him in it, but they just wanted to turn around and get racks here, which I cannot blame them for. Getting full set.
Hey,
here,
I feel like the arena would have been better used to wall off the racks and keep them from being attacked from low ground by Wind Ranger.
Willow.
And the
Yeah, just-
Oh,
just wanted to get a casual pick off on.
Ah,
us
the
there, but it didn't work
wind.
out.
oh no, dude!
Phoenix
Again,
is
the
going
winds
to his
are
next
blowing.
life.
Ooh, Aeon Disc buys Jakiro a little more time, gets his ult out.
Gets his ult out, but not doing much.
Oh god, the Willow.
Monkey King ult here, and it's huge.
Willow needs
Oh,
to die.
just barely
Oh.
whiffed the fear on Monkey King there, so he gets to stay in this battle, but there's
And
finally
he's
the
gone.
Ravage.
He gets
Monkey
the
King
double
buyback.
buyback. Is it really that good for him?
Rampage!
triple
El
buyback.
Rapago! El Rapago is
Mars
coming
buying
in!
time. Monkey King wants blood, but he's gonna get nothing.
The only
Double
blood here is gonna be
Rampage.
his! Another
Yep.
tier of Rampage! Another tier of Rampage! Oh no, Willow actually didn't get that. Oh my
Double.
god! Another
Oh.
tier of
Yep,
Rampage!
triple
Oh
Rampage for
no!
Willow. It's pretty good.
Tupac
There's
calling
the
the
GG
GG.
call.
GG instantly after a triple Rampage from Willow. Yeah, I don't blame you.
I said it
Holy
once, I'll
crap.
say it again. You don't leave Willow to sit alive in the backline. If she transitions into a carry role, she is unstoppable.
Yep.
Man. What
Their
a
pick-
major victory for
I
the
will
Rosh
say
Ryders.
that their pick phase in the early game looked really promising, but there were so many horrendous misplays. Even after the Pudge got blinked in front of his hook with the Mars, like that should have been it. Like they should have capitalized on that mess up entirely, gone in and just blown him up. But no, they had no ability to go high ground and fight that. That is a 26-4 Dark Willow.
Yeah. I think that's
Yep.
the best KDA in the tournament so far. Holy hell. Willow just got straight up fed here, essentially. Just absolute, almost a nightmare game for Tupac here.
I'd
The,
still like to say that Sven really should not have put off taking that Penta Edge sword for so long. In fact, I don't think
He
he had
never
it even
did,
up to the
no.
end.
Kept the
That would have
magic
been a lot faster of a game if that were in play.
Yeah, him smoking himself really never seemed to come in too much handy.
They were very
Just,
aware of their surroundings for the most
right.
part when it came to ganks. Look at
I
the
will say-
disparity of ag shards and ags on one side, and then over on the opposing side, there's like one of both.
Right.
That's all
What?
they needed.
One thing I will say is I do think you used a poor choice of word there, misplay on Tupac's part. I don't think that was really much a misplay on Tupac's part. They did do some things wrong there. I think they did have a few times where they hesitated a little overly much, but I don't think like much compared to the Rosh Ryders. Like I don't think the amount going back and forth of the miscues I think was pretty equivalent. I think it was just Rosh Ryders came in. I think they very effectively identified what Tupac was up to, what Tupac was doing, and they played really well around it. I do think there were some itemization issues on Tupac. As I said earlier, the heart, it's not a bad thing to get the heart. It certainly doesn't hurt you to get the heart of Tarask, but I really don't think it ended up coming much in handy for Mars here. Whereas an AC, for example, could have helped him a long way. Could have gone a long way for him there. As well, the Aeon Disc on Jakiro helped him keep alive, but really did not help him do much more than that. I never felt like there was a moment where like Jakiro got Aeon Disc and then came around with like a big ice path or something. He was usually just using it as a way to make sure he gets macro out, but macro's not quite as effective, you know, when you only get like half of the ration out anyway, and the other half is just you sitting there with the Aeon Disc on. I do think there were some itemization issues here. On Tupac, but I think really the credit here goes, it's not discredit to Tupac. I think it really is credit to Rosh Ryders for just playing so intelligently around the around what they were dealing with, around the idea of Tupac.
I'd just like to point out that, just speaking on averages, that both Murata and Tide were present for nearly every fight this game.
Yep.
Yeah, The former offlane for Rosh Ryders were pretty omnipresent. They were there all the time, and as I said, Ghoul made a lot of plays, especially earlier on in the game, where he was really sacrificing himself for his ult, just in the name of his team, and a lot of encounters that really did not do him any favors personally. But he bought space for Sven, he bought space for Pudge, he bought a hook, he bought an arrow, it's something like that. He did a really good job of keeping it going for his team here. So shoutouts to Ghoul. I think he did a really good job in the pause 3 role here. We also
Shoutouts
got
to Hollywood for the Tranks plus Greaves.
Yeah, one for each foot.
I want to point out here as a point for the post game. I'm kind of scratching my head as to why Monkey King kept the Echo Saber so late. Like at that point in the game, I feel like you would have been better off running with a Moonshard or an AC.
Right.
But we didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, he just kind of stood on that. He was when it would have been, I think, the prime time for Echo Saber, he decided he wanted the Abyssal Blade instead, which isn't a
It's not bad,
choice,
but I don't think it was. I don't think it was the appropriate choice because the real threat, like full stop, on Rosh Ryders was Jordy Jr. on Willow. She
Right.
was allowed to look at her damage score. If you just want to see what I'm talking about here, look at that damage statistic, and you tell me who the endgame breadwinner was.
It was me, the commentator. Ho ho!
Well, I know your voice is grating, my man, but it doesn't do that much damage.
Damn.
But in all honesty,
57K.
nearly 60k damage.
Was outdoing
That does more than Monkey King and Wind Ranger combined.
Yeah, it's as much as the Pause 3 club. Nearly double the 3 and under club on Tupac. And I think the 3 and under club there on Tupac is definitely a big deal here. I do think this played a part in it. Because Tupac, in the last set of matches, also had this problem where their 3 and under club kind of had a big problem in actually getting any farm, getting any sort of levels, and ultimately playing much of a role in this game. You know, Jakiro, noticeably, lowest level in the server, except for Phoenix, who's even lower than he is. You know, I'm numerically illiterate. Sorry about that one. They really weren't able to get any sort of money here, and I do think all 3 of these heroes benefit to a decent degree from having at least something like a war chest, having some levels to them. And you really just were never able to get it. And as a result, you know, Phoenix was really good at going in and dying, and not a lot else.
I want to point out that there was a considerable amount of time where I feel like Phoenix might have genuinely detrimentally affected his team. I know we all saw that Supernova up at the tier 3 fight on Dire's side at their bottom lane, where Phoenix took Monkey King into the Supernova with him, and then proceeded to literally die in less than a second flat.
Yeah,
Popping
completely.
Aegis, killing Phoenix for over 100 seconds. I think that was a dieback, too. And he just instantly ruined Monkey King's Aegis. Like, I can understand if he got hit with, like, a 6-second stun or something, but I almost feel like he would have been better off just trying to hope for this, you know, the Titan Sliver to back him up with the stun reduction.
Right. Yeah, it was, that fight definitely was not to Tupac's, it was not to Phoenix's benefit, and it was certainly not to Monkey King's. It was unfortunate. I can see why he did it. I would not, you know, call up the Mighty Midget and say, you know, never play Phoenix again, kid, for that one. But yeah, that was a bit of a miscue. But still, you know, I don't think anything happened here that means Tupac's write-off for Game 2. I do think they definitely have a very good chance in Round 2. If
No, in fact, I dare say that they've kind of learned from this, I would expect, that what the enemy team is capable of. They are very, very quick to capitalize on wombo combos between, for example, Pudge and Mirana. Hook into arrow, arrow into hook, either way, it led to a kill majority of the time.
Right.
And they also know now not to let their back-end last-minute picks go unchecked and unmet with proper opposition because they had no answer to Willow, and I don't think that's going to happen again.
Yeah, they had no answer to Willow. They didn't have much of an answer to the Ravage outside of just simply Monkey King's and later Windrunner's BKB. And they definitely had no answer to Sven. I mean, nobody could have possibly had an answer to Sven because not only was he the last pick, he was a random, so, you know, you couldn't have planned for that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I do think Tupac, they did show signs of it turning around. I can tell you this much. One definite finding here, and this is like an absolute definitive finding. I think you could just say, if you're playing Rosh Ryders, ban Pudge. At this point. Doesn't
Right,
matter who's
yeah.
playing him. You don't want to be seeing him. Get rid of Pudge. Anyway, see you folks next game.